Hey, I'm Bob. Totally blind since birth, into Power Rangers, talking about Season 1, Episode 59 today, almost to Season 2. So this one's called Mighty Morphin Mutants. It premiered on May 16th in 1994. I watched this for the first time one early August morning at 6:30, just before school. So when the teaser came on and you had Dave Mallow doing the Today on Power Rangers thing, he let us know about the evil mutant rangers created by Rita's Badges of Darkness. And I'd only seen Green with Evil up to that point, but I was already a sucker for evil rangers, so I was immediately sucked into the episode. And it's still one of my all-time favorites from Season 1. Gotta love Evil Rangers. So in this episode, Tommy's all kinds of forgetful. He's got all sorts of extracurricular activities he's participating in up to this point. He's doing football. He's a quarterback in that now. He's teaching moms a self-defense class with Jason. He's teaching younger folks other martial arts classes. No telling what other things he's involved in. He's fighting monsters. He's losing his powers. This kid is just drained. He's stretched thin like butter scraped over too much bread, to quote a little guy from the Shire, if you're into Lord of the Rings, the books and the movies. I know I am. So, he's showing up late to Miss Appleby's class, and she lets everybody know that their assignment for next period is to ask a friend what their biggest flaw is and try to do their best to change it in the meantime. So he's forgetting his towel, and as he's sparring with Jason, he's forgotten his drink as well. He's forgotten his notebook, and so he asks Jason what his flaw is. Jason tells him, well, you forget things, but the other Rangers are more than willing to help him out. Very supportive. And the only people razzing him about it are Bulk and Skull. They, of course, don't think they need to do the assignment. They don't think they have any flaws. But the other Rangers are like, yeah, you guys better do it or you're going to get an F. Mr. Kaplan will love that. So Rita thinks this is a perfect time to drag up the Badges of Darkness from the dungeon. These are pseudo-morphin devices. And they're able to turn a putty into an evil duplicate of a Power Ranger. So you have Goldar training different putties, seeing who can cut the mustard or cut the clay in this situation, I guess. And he's just not too thrilled with number 6. This number 6 putty, he's just not doing very well at all. So Goldar sends him back to Finster's workbench as a pile of clay, I guess. Poor number 6. Take a moment of silence to remember poor number 6. Maybe he was remade into, I don't know, some kind of monster at some point. Maybe more putties. I don't know where Lord Zed gets his putties, but anywho, you have the evil mutant rangers morphing into action. Kimberly and Tommy, they're attacked by Evil Pink and Evil Green. I don't think they morph, and they don't fare too well. They're really not doing too well at all. Meanwhile, Billy's made some kind of, I guess it's an automated device with Miss Magic voice programmed into it. So Tommy's reminded by it, alert, time to feed the cat, time to do your homework, time to take out the trash, etc., etc. But it just goes haywire, and it starts doing this chipmunky thing, and the other Rangers feel like they're causing Tommy to forget even more by helping him, and but he's trying his best. So you have Rita on the moon, since she doesn't have a Red Ranger, since number 6 couldn't cut the clay. She has Finster. I'm guessing Finster. We don't see him doing it on screen, but a monster named Commander Crayfish is created. And yes, I wish Hasbro would make that. Of course I do. In the Lightning Collection. The more monsters, the merrier. And you have all of these evildoers with a dark version of the power weapons. I had no idea that Evil Green had the Sword of Darkness. Well, it's not actually the Sword of Darkness from Green with Evil. That was, of course, destroyed. I'm guessing this is some kind of knockoff, but something to psych Tommy out in a way, because this guy's already going through a lot, and, here he's got to face pretty much a face from his past. But he's forgotten his communicator. The others have to morph because Commander Crayfish, he's heading inland along with the mutant rangers. And it's a pretty fierce battle, of course. They have to teleport back to the command center. Zordon and Alpha actually give them new weapons because they're not really they're not really doing that well against the evil Rangers weapons, but they look exactly like their own weapons, I guess. They're going to need these weapons during the Season 2 premiere, just saying. So they morph back into action. Tommy finds his communicator. He joins them. The Power Blasters formed. And the evil pink and evil yellow are destroyed. Didn't know that until a couple years ago, actually. I thought they grew along with everybody else. But yeah, Rita makes the crayfish grow. And the evil blue, black, and green, I'm guessing. The Zords are summoned. It's a pretty tough fight. The Ultra Zord is ultimately formed. Every monster is destroyed. Rita is quite upset. So you got the episode ending with Tommy not really fixing his flaws, but his friends accept him for who he is. And that was a really touching scene. There are some things about ourselves that we really do try our hardest to change every freaking day, but I mean it's war getting there, to quote Cagliostro from HBO's Spawn, the animated series. And Tommy's doing his best, though. Then you have Bulk and Skull. They're showing up to Miss Appleby's class. They act as if they've changed their ways, but they haven't. They give her a gift, and they want her to open it, but she's not taking the bait. She has them opening it, and of course it's Silly String. And everybody ends the episode with a laugh. This one was just a kick-butt episode from start to finish. I think one of my favorite moments was when Goldar, he was dissing number 6 quite a bit. And after he'd send him back, or just before he'd send him back to Finster's workbench, he says something like, "No one is worthy to be the Red Ranger." And I took that as a sign of just how much Goldar hates this kid. He doesn't really like Tommy either. I think he hates Jason about as much as he hates Tommy, but he also respects Jason as a warrior, just a little bit. And he doesn't want just any putty to become an evil Red Ranger. So that's why poor number 6 was sent back to the workbench there in Finster's workshop. And I loved the monster substitution there for Jason with Commander Crayfish. And would really be cool to get some evil mutant rangers in Hasbro's Lightning Collection. I think, from what I understand, you just need Power Rangers with putty gloves, putty boots, badges of darkness. Of course, you could have Commander Crayfish in this, 6 action figure box set. Gotta love the evil rangers and their crayfish of a leader. Anywho, even though Rita says no more seafood, we're going to be talking about an oyster stew next time. Yes, she says that quote before she goes off to deal with her latest headache. No more seafood. But yeah, we're going to be dealing with the oysterizer in the next, or last episode, I should say, in Season 1. So be here for that. It's another one of my favorites. May the power protect you, and I'll hear you next time.